Kia ora koutou katoa, and welcome to Māoris in Peru. In this episode, you'll be joining us as we head by bus to the train, and then by train through the Valley of the Incas to Machu Picchu City, where we will head by bus up to Machu Picchu itself. I hope you enjoy the show. Māori ora.
From this mountain across in the water, the river, the valley to the other mountain. Just a moment, I will show you the different
where gods have turned into mountains. The siblings of the sun dress in gold. And scissor-handed mortals dance for days on end. In the distance, we can see a magnificent city made entirely of mud. Peru, come live the legend.
Kahura tangata me tūra ki te tangata Kahura tangata me tūra ki te tangata uta. Hera, hoki rā te karepe nui te karepe rā te whāhia te popai awa. Tamarai a koe, rāia. Ko tū korongo. Tamarai a koe, kaura ka tamai uhia. Tuku ati tama kia puta i wahui te tā whakawhaka he puta ngāri ki nōrongo. Ki tāta tauira mai e, te tupua mai e, te tawhita. Ahara mai rā koe i whea, hara mai rā koe ki tua whakatinuk, ki tua whakatirangi. Ka tō manoa e, ko taku manoa e. Tāne kaini hea, whāno, hara mai te toki. Haumi e, hui e, taiki e.
Tēnā rā koutou ngā whare katoa I roto I tēnei wāhi tapu e. Tēnā koutou. Karanga mai kia mātou, kua whakaiaki mai nei I runga I te kaupapa o te rā nei e. Noa o te aroa e. Tēnā rā koutou.
Ka tahi tī, ka rua tī, ka hara mai te patitore ka rauna. Ka noho te kiwi, he pō, he wai taki nō pī nō pā. Ka hui a mai ana, kai ana te whetū, kai ana te marama. Ko te tio tērā, rere ake ki runga rā, wi, wā, heke te manu ki o tau. Tuturu whakamaua ki a tīna.
Tīna.
Hara mai te Māori o Machu Picchu. Haumi e, hui e,
taiki e.
Ka reira tai āwhi o te rere o nā mihi ki te rangi e tū nei. Ka whātare tare ki a papatu ānuku e horo atu nei. Tēnei mātau e Machu Picchu e whakaeke nei ki runga I a koe. Whakatau mai nei mātau o wau te arua koe whakaeke atu ki a koe. Nā maunga whakahi, nā maunga kōrero. Tēnā mihi mai whakatau mai ki a mātau. Tēnei mātou heri mai nei o mātou mate ki runga I a koe, ki a piti mai, ki a piti atu, ki a piti hono tātai hono. Rātau ki a rātau ka a piti hono tātai hono, anei a tātou te hunga ora kua whakeke nei ki runga I a koe, ki o mana, ki o ihi, ki o wehi, ki o mataku. Nā reira whakatau mai ki a mātou e Machu Picchu, o tipuna, o wairua. Tēnei te whakatau atu te hunga wairua, hoki wairua mai. Ho tātou kuraua kuia, hoki wairua mai ki te ārahi mai ia mātou ki konei tēnei rā. Kia noho ai, tātou ka toi runga I te wairua ko tahi. Nā reira, tēnei te mihi atu ki a koe ki o whare kōrero, ki o maunga kōrero, ki ngā pāpāringa o ngā wae hora atu nei. Nā reira, te kupu kōrero. Hoki aki o maunga ka rangaranga kia pure ngā hau e tāwhiri mātea. Nei a tātou, a whitikina mai e nā hihi o te rā. Nā whitikina mai e nā hihi o tamanui te rā. Pure nei o mātou pāpāringa e ngā hau o tāwhiri mātea. Kua tau mai te mōnehu ki runga I o tātou pokohiwi. Nā reira, ka whakairi ake ai te kete kōrero ki kona. Te mihi atu ki a tātou kua haere Māori mai. Karakau tātou hara mai poka noa. Nari, I runga noa I te wairua ko tahi o tātou tipuna. Nā reira te mihi atu ki a koe Machu Picchu. Ki o mana, ki o wehi. Nā reira, ka ati konei. Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Moon, star, rainbow, lightning, rain, clouds, everything. What? Sorry? I'm talking about the sky. Okay? You say earth. There was one sacred earth. In 1 minute I will tell, right? Everything in the sky were considered God. Level number 2, the earth. We are now in the second level, the earth surface level. Also here there were different deities, different gods. Mountains, volcanoes, glaciers, or snow-capped mountains were considered gods. Were named in Quechua Apus, A-P-U-S. Apus means God's protectors. For example, Machu Picchu was built here. All the mountains that are here, Machu Picchu Mountain, this in front of it, the small one we call Putucusi Mountain, the big one, Yanantin, this one, Huayna Picchu Mountain, all of them were considered gods, were the protectors of the city. Okay? The Pachamama, Quechua. Pachamama means Mother Earth. Important deity. Agriculture was the main activity. Water, or water, another deity, right? And finally, the level number 3, underground, or level of dead people. So there are 3 levels: level of the gods, alive people, dead people. Every level was represented by one sacred animal: condor, puma, or puma, and snake. 3. Okay? That's why they used to build many temples. For example, it was the temple of the sun. It looked like a circular tower. The sun was very important for these people. They used to observe the rotation, the movement of the sun, mainly to fix solstice and equinox. For example, right here, this temple didn't have roof. It was open because it was used to observe the sun. Winter solstice in Cusco is every June 21st. In this rotation, we suppose this is the Earth, this is the Sun. Winter solstice, June 21st, is when the Sun is located in the farthest position of the Earth. Winter solstice, very cold. The Sun was a very important Inca god. Okay, was considered the father of the Incas. So every June 21st, they used to celebrate the most important Inca festivity, named in Quechua Inti Raymi, means sun festivity. It was a ceremony to ask the father sun, come back. Do not to abandon the children. Here, for example, they use this temple to fix winter solstice and summer solstice. Inside, we can see inside because it's closed, but inside this temple, in the middle, there is one stone, like a table, like an altar. Winter solstice. Winter solstice. June 21st, the sun rises by the east. So winter solstice, sunrise, the light of the sun cross that window and shine the main altar. That was the winter solstice, June 21st. Summer solstice. The sun rises by the southeast, exactly where is the sun gate. That's why we call sun gate. The sun, summer solstice, December 22nd, the sun rises by the sun gate, so the sun crosses the sun gate and goes into the other window, and the same, they shine the main altar. It was used to fix winter solstice, summer solstice, everything related with agriculture. Right? Everything related with agriculture, Mother Earth. That's why below the temple of the sun there is a cave. Inside, if you take a picture, you take a look, there are some niches that, according to Hiram Bingham, it was like a funeral place, like a royal tomb to keep inside Inca mummies. No, in excavation, nothing was found. So now the most acceptable theory is it was the temple of the Mother Earth, Pachamama, and inside they used to leave the offerings, right, for this important day. So here there are 2 important temples, Temple of the Sun and Temple of the Pachamama, or Mother Earth.
Kia ora, here we are at Machu Picchu City. We've just been up to Machu Picchu itself. Real amazing experience. Yeah, I agree too many tourists. You can see it's a sacred taonga. One of the things that I really enjoyed is as a Māori tangata whenua, we took our tikanga with us. And our tikanga was about acknowledging the spirits of our ancestors, the stories that connect us to Peru. And so we had some ancient karakia done before we stepped onto Machu Picchu. And what it did was it whakatauta us so that we could walk around freely, acknowledge the people of the land for looking after us. Whoopsie was an amazing experience. As you can see behind me is Machu Picchu City. And so we're going to be spending a couple of days here. Then we're going to head back to Cusco, and then we've got about an 18-hour flight ahead of us to head back to Aotearoa, New Zealand.
To be honest with you, I was expecting a truly spiritual experience. But when I arrived there, I saw thousands of tourists climbing the mountain, and I was somewhat disappointed. However, when I went into the temple itself and learnt of all the history and all the ancient legends, I was filled with pride and filled with admiration for the feats of the Inca people, who had amazing architectural skills. And their religion is quite fascinating in that they worship different nature gods. They have a system similar to Māori. Their art is similar to Māori, the potama symbol, three stairways, representing three different layers in life: the puma, the condor, and the serpent. The serpent representing the underworld, the puma representing the world in which we live now, and the condor, which is a very sacred bird to the Incas. They believe they fly your spirit to heaven. So for them, death is about reincarnation, and it's a process from the underworld to the world of the puma to the world of the condor, who takes you to the heavens. So despite being somewhat disappointed by seeing so many tourists, the place itself is astonishingly beautiful, and it really does have a wairua, or a spirit all of its own. So I'm very privileged to be here, once in a lifetime opportunity. I thoroughly enjoyed the Whoopsie conference. At first it was a little chaotic. However, some of the things I got out of the Whoopsie conference was that I met people from New Zealand and from other countries, and established a really strong group of network of friends and scholars and academics in different disciplines. I think the whanaungatanga has been just great. I've been able to bond with people and meet people and listen to different seminars on a range of different interesting topics. But I think the thing I liked the most about it was being in Peru. Being in a place where no one speaks English, where the culture is ancient, meeting people from all around the world, from Australia to Hawaii to Canada to the US, all the way over to Norway, being able to exchange our cultures and exchange our stories, and to establish some lifelong friendships. And for me, that's been the highlight of the Whoopsie. I think some of the fun things that we've done, going out nightclubbing at Mama Africa, and I think that was probably the highlight of my trip so far. And seeing the magic moments where the Māoris, the Australians and the Hawaiians all fell in love with each other, literally on the dance floor. That's been one of the highlights for me. Meeting people who are just absolutely funny, humorous, as well as being quite intellectual as well, and cultural at the same time. So it's been a great conference for me personally, and I can't wait for the next one. Wow, that's been a challenge. You know, in Cusco, you're 1,100 feet above sea level. So when I first got off the plane, I was a little groggy, I was a little lightheaded. But if you take some deep breaths every day, about every couple of hours, 5 deep breaths, every couple of hours, you're fine. But now and then you get a little lightheaded. You find yourself getting a little lightheaded, and particularly if you've gone out drinking the night before, it can really knock you off your feet. But now we're a bit lower than where we were in Cusco in terms of sea level. So the air is nice and a bit thicker here. It's nice and moist, and I just like being in the country because Cusco can be quite congested and quite busy, and lots of hustlers. Well, I enjoyed. There was a couple I went to. I attended Bentham Mohia's presentation, which I found quite refreshing because he kept it real in terms of our indigeneity, and he explained that our education system is about living life to the fullest, rather than living half a life. It's about trying to live life to your maximum potential, and that a lot of our people lack self-confidence, lack the self-esteem that they need to be able to succeed in life and in education. And I found that message quite refreshing and quite important for all Indigenous peoples. And I found that the Māori people, and without trying to sound boastful or arrogant, they are very courageous in terms of uplifting the wairua, or the spirit of Indigenous people across the world. And I think they're an example to all Indigenous peoples. I also attended a seminar by a Hawaiian woman, Noi Noi Wong Wilson, on native education in Hawaii, which I found very interesting, and what the Hawaiians are trying to do and over there to revive their culture and their language. And I attended a seminar by a gentleman who's called Kereti Rau Tangata, who spoke about spirituality, which I found very interesting as well. Yeah, so those are some of the presentations that stood out for me. I would definitely recommend they come to Machu Picchu, because kei konei te hohonutanga o te wairua. This is where the depth of spirituality is here. You can really feel it. The country is beautiful. It's mountainous. It's very cultural. And it's just something that's totally out of our comfort zone. So I would thoroughly recommend people come and visit Peru and South America, just to learn another culture and to get more in touch with our spirituality.